Hello, welcome. Today we will practice Aiken Grade 2 speaking test. We will go through as a simulation and I will go over answers at the end. Let's start. Hello, can I have your card, please? Thank you. Please have a seat. My name is Anna Kudo. May I have your name, please? Mr. Abe, this is the Grade 2 test, okay? Mr. Abe, how are you today? Good. Okay, let's start the test. Here is your card. First, please read your card silently for 20 seconds. All right, now please read it aloud. Now, I'll ask you 4 questions. Number 1, according to the passage, how can people help the environment? Number 2, now please look at the picture and describe the situation. You have 20 seconds to prepare. Your story should begin with the sentence on the card. Please begin. Now, Mr. Abe, please turn over the card and put it down. Number 3. Some people say an individual cannot help the environment. What do you think about that? Number 4. Today, many people use lots of plastic in their daily life. Do you think people will continue to use more plastic in their daily lives? Why or why not? All right, Mr. Abe, this is the end of the test. Could I have the card back, please? Thank you. You may go now. Okay, great job. Now we're going to check the passage and the answers, okay? Responsibility. Millions of water bottles, plastic bags, and empty cans are thrown away every day by people around the world. This trash ends up in parks, beaches, and forests. People have realized that they must do something to help the environment. That is why people are using less plastic, recycling, and organizing cleanups. It is everyone's responsibility to take care of the environment. Okay, so now let's go to the questions. Number 1. According to the passage, how can people help the environment? Okay, let's look back at the passage. So if you scan the passage, you'll see the word environment 2 times. The first time it says to help the environment. So the answer is probably nearby. People have realized that they must do something to help the environment. That is why people are using less plastic, recycling, and organizing cleanups. So let's go to the answer. They can help by using less plastic, recycling, and organizing cleanups. Now you can start your answer from by using less plastic, recycling, and organizing cleanups. But when I show answers for my reviews here, I prefer to always put the complete sentence. It's usually just my preference. When you're doing tests, complete sentences are usually preferred. So I always just show the complete sentence. Okay. Number 2 is now please look at the picture and describe the situation. So we're going to go look at the picture and give some ideas for what we can say in our possible answers. Okay, so you need to begin your story with the sentence, one day you and Rena went to the beach. Okay, now if you look at the first picture, you can see Rena and you, and they are on a beach, and there's lots of trash, or there's lots of garbage. Garbage is also okay to use. And you see a thought bubble from you. You can see it's something about a turtle eating what looks like trash or garbage. Okay. In your answers, you usually want to try and use anything that's in a thought bubble or in a speech bubble. It's a good idea to try and put that in your story. Then we have next week, and we can again see you and Rena. This time it looks like they're cleaning or they're picking up trash. Okay. So it looks like it's probably the same beach and they're picking up trash or they're cleaning. Then we have the next day, and you and Rena seem to be surfing and swimming. And then there's even a little turtle in the water. So those are all points that you can put into your story. So let me show you my example. One day, Liu and Rena went to the beach. They were shocked by the large amount of trash on the beach. Liu was worried about animals eating the trash. The next week, they came back and picked up trash on the beach. It took many trash bags to pick up all the trash. The next day, They enjoyed the clean beach. Now they can swim and surf. So this is just one example. There are many different options. That first sentence needs to stay the same, but you can change a lot of things. So I said they were shocked. You could say they were surprised. They were horrified. Instead of large, you could say by the big. So because there's so many different options, there's a lot of correct answers. If you have any questions about what you said, please type it in the comments. I will look at it and give you feedback, okay? Okay. Next. Question number 3. Some people say that an individual cannot help the environment. What do you think about that? So, first off, do you know what individual means? An individual means a single person, one person. So some people say that one person cannot help the environment. Now, question 3 is always going to be an agree or disagree question. So I agree or I disagree, and then state your reasons. So for I agree in this example, I agree the environmental problem is too big for one person to fix. People need to work together if they want to fix the environment. Okay? So it clearly states why one person cannot help. The problem's too big. Okay? Now, for this agree answer, it would be slightly better if you can think of a specific example. That can be a little challenging in the test because you're nervous and you have a time limit. But if you can think of an example, it's good to use. So let me show you in the disagree answer. I disagree. One person recycling might not have a big effect. However, many individuals recycling can have a big impact. So individual actions do add up. So this answer is good because it uses a specific example, like recycling. Now, a good idea if you're struggling to come up with specific examples is to think of the passage. This question is often still related to the passage you just read, so there might be certain good ideas for specific examples in your passage, okay? Okay. Last question. Number 4. Today, many people use lots of plastic in their daily life. Do you think people will continue to use more plastic in their daily lives? So for this question, it is a why or why not. So yes, I do. No, I don't. And then why or why not. Your answer should have reasons. And again, if you can give specific examples, it's a good idea to do so. These days, plastic is a part of our lives. For example, most things we buy come in plastic packages. Even if you try not to use plastic, you can't change what companies do. No, I don't. Why not? Many people are changing how they live. Reusable items like bags and water bottles are becoming more popular. Both of these answers give specific examples. In the yes answer, for example, most things we buy come in plastic packages. Now, in the test, it can be hard to think of examples like this, so it is okay to be more vague and just say something like, these days, plastic is a part of our lives. But with grade 2, we are becoming more advanced in our English, so it becomes more important to give detailed answers and more thorough answers than at the lower levels, okay? Then for the no, I don't, you'll see that it's a bit shorter than the yes, I do answer, but it's still a very good answer because it has such specifics, especially the second sentence. Reusable items like bags and water bottles are becoming more popular. So you give the specific example of reusable items, items you can use again and again. In Japan, there are popular phrases like my bottle or my bag. We don't use those in native English usually. Instead, we use the term reusable. So they often do have questions about the environment or recycling in Aiken. So try to avoid using my bottle or my bag. It's reusable items. Okay, so that's all the questions. If you have any questions or concerns about the answers I gave today, please feel free to ask questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. But that's all for today. Goodbye.